Hello and welcome back to Twin Cities Home Guy. My name is Tua. This is Joe over here. Thank you for joining us today. So for today's video, we want to share a couple tips or give you guys a couple tips on how to prepare your house to put on the market. So as you can see, we are approaching the fall market, and usually in the past, fall and winter market are usually slower for seller. But since 2024 here, the inventory is so low that we are still seeing buyers who are buying, and we still seeing multiple offers out there. So it's great news for you sellers.
All right, so some of the easiest things that you can do as a homeowner to get your property ready to be put on the market is to declutter and deep clean. So declutter it doesn't just mean that you're going to throw away all the things that you no longer use or you no longer want, but it also means to put away your personal items, any family portraits, expensive jewelries that you would like out of the way, anything that is of value that you don't want people taking by accident. Then those are some of the things that you also want to put away. And also like your clothing in your closet and stuff like that. You want to make sure that, it's not so full so that they can see that the closet is actually big enough and will fit their clothes. But when it's like bursting at its seams, then it makes the closet look smaller.
I would say put away most of your clothes that you don't normally wear, and leave out the one that you do wear, and just make sure your closet is nice and clean.
Yep.
Store all your other accessories and stuff like that away.
So yeah, and then deep cleaning. When you do deep cleaning, we're not just talking about cleaning around like the kitchen and bathroom areas and just vacuuming and stuff like that. We're talking about like coming in and cleaning your carpets, maybe hiring a company to come and do a nice clean so that they're nice and clean. Make sure you're cleaning windows.
Yeah, if you have money, I suggest you just hire somebody, like a professional company, to come and do deep cleaning from top to bottom.
Yep.
It'll save you a lot more time. But if you're on a budget and you don't have, the budget to hire someone, then you should clean. You could clean it yourself. But when you clean yourself, just make sure you take your time to clean it, and you clean top to bottom. Make sure that everything's spotless before you put your house on the market.
Yes, and the reason why you want to do that too is because when buyers come and look at houses, and if they see that the house is not being taken care of and the cleanliness is not quite there, then they kind of think that, okay, maybe this homeowner is not taking care of that house, and so there might be some other things that they're just not seeing, and so sometimes it would turn the buyers off, and they would pass on the property. So you want to keep it as clean as you can, declutter, and have less is better than more, and that way it opens it up to buyers for them to be able to come in and see themselves in that space, and they would feel like it's a nice and clean space, so they feel like you as a homeowner is actually taking care of it, and so it would give them peace of mind coming in saying, these are homeowners that are taking care of the property, so most likely there might not be as many issues with the home.
Yeah, and another thing is put your personal pictures away, because I understand that, a lot of families, you have a lot of pride in your family. You want to display your family. But remember, you're selling your house to strangers, and you don't want to expose, family
members,
photos on the wall. So put those away. If you want to hang anything on the wall, put like an art piece or something like that on the wall. And, because you know that there's going to be a lot of stranger going to walk through your house, and you don't want people to see your family.
Yeah, you don't want them to see your kids or how many people you have in your family and so forth. And so just making it as neutral as possible, removing those personal items, and then moving on to the next one. This one is to repair damages and then giving your home a fresh coat of paint. So, if there are a ton of holes in the wall, if you had a lot of pictures that you've hung and you're going to remove them and then just put something more simple up, filling in those holes and, putting up a fresh coat of paint so that it looks nice and fresh.
Yes.
And, if you know that something has been broken or something is leaking or something like that you have been putting off for a while, now would be the time for you to come in and actually fix those items as well, because you know that it is going to be pointed out when they do a home inspection.
Right.
And another great reason on why you should put a fresh coat of paint, we're not just talking about the interior, but maybe even the exterior, is if your home is built before 1978, some of the paint might have lead in it. So depending on the loan type for the buyers, FHA and VA home buyers might not allow peeling paint. And so that's going to be something that it might be called out on in an appraisal if there is peeling paint and your home is built before 1978. So just get that fixed ahead of time so that you can open up your property to any buyer and not exclude the FHA and the VA home buyers, so that you can get the highest possible offer because you have it opened up to as many buyers as possible.
What you want to do is when you pick out colors, I would recommend you pick a neutral color. So it depends on your flooring and your cabinets in the kitchens, or your cabinet in the bathroom, or your flooring in the bathroom or kitchen. It depends if it's a warmer tone or cooler tone. I would suggest that you pick a color that is more like a different,
more towards the warm or cool tone,
Yeah.
depending on what your floorings are like, the cabinets in your kitchen are like. And then when you do paint too, don't go with just like that flat white color, because they will know it's a cheap flat white color. So you want to do more of an eggshell in the regular rooms, in the bathrooms and the kitchen. Those will need more of a gloss to it, just because those rooms have more moisture, more oils and stuff like that. So just keeping those in mind when you pick colors and the type of paint and so forth.
I would say a different shade of white.
Yeah.
I mean, not a flat white, but do a different shade of white. It depends on what color your floorings are or your cabinets are.
Yeah. So lastly, we want to touch this one, is to stage your property. So does that mean that you're going to take out all of your furniture and you're going to just completely move out? That's great that you can completely move out so that we can do a go and show and have any buyers come at any time of the day between 8 to 9 p.m. And that would be great so that we have that big window. But when there is nothing in the property, it doesn't draw. It's just an empty room.
Right.
And so we do recommend that you do some sort of staging. Now, we can bring in a professional stager to help stage your property, or you can decide to stage the property yourself. And that is going to be something that you would like to negotiate with your real estate agent and see what they can do for you. But when you do have staging completed in your home, it's going to draw their eyes not to just the walls, the carpets, and so forth, but it's going to pull the room together. And they might actually fall in love with the house and fall in love with the rooms because of the staging.
Right. And when you stage, if you don't know how to stage your house, then I would suggest that do a little research on it. Maybe go tour, have your real estate agent take you go tour some of the houses that have staging, and have an idea on how to stage your house, because not everybody has money to hire a professional stager to come and stage your home. Sometimes you could get away with just use the furniture you have in your house to stage your house, but you don't want to just place them everywhere in the house. You want to make sure that they are like nicely, what was that word? Cohesive?
Yeah, so that it's cohesive, and you come in with cohesive colors and styles and so forth. And use your real estate agent as a person to help guide you on how to stage it. And sometimes some real estate agents will come in and they will do the staging, and they will help with staging as well. So having those conversations so that you know how to stage your property to appeal to as many home buyers as possible. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video and you found lots of value from it. If you're preparing your home to be sold this year or in the future years, then don't forget some of these helpful tips. If you have any other topics that you would like us to talk about, please comment below and we can try to put together some videos in regards to those as well. Don't forget to like and share our channel, and we'll see you guys again soon.